Soothe your gut now. Soothe your gut right now. You can calm down your stomach lining if you know how. I'll teach you now. I'll teach you now. I'll teach you now.
You have gut discomfort and you need relief. So let's talk about what will soothe your gut now. If you have gut discomfort, the first thing you need to do is stop eating. This may seem obvious, like why would I eat? I am in pain, give me a break. Like why would I eat? But no, really, stop eating if you have a flare of any sort. And the reason for this is that we don't want to be bothering the body more than it's already bothered. If you're having gut discomfort, or if you're experiencing any kind of symptom, really, it is a message from your body to you that you're out of balance with nature and natural law. So what we want to do is do things to bring the body back into balance. So it is not necessarily a bad thing that you're experiencing symptoms. It's just a cue directly from your body to you saying, hey, I've been trying to wake you up. I've been trying to tell you something's not right. I've been trying to tell you the way you've been eating is not the way that's optimal for the maintenance and optimization of your body. And so what we want to do is listen to the signal. So the signal might be pain, the signal might be bloating, it might be indigestion, whatever. And what we want to do is stop eating altogether. Often gut symptoms and gut discomfort come from a very long history of bringing in the wrong types of foods in the body. Foods that are hard to digest, like gluten, junk food, fast food, fried food, sugars, all these, basically the standard American diet, basically. If you're bringing that in, which most of us are, then depending on how long you've been doing this, over time, the gut will start to break down because the gut can't process these foods very easily, and this will cause the gut to do certain things that will signal to you, hey, something's going on here. I need you to start getting back into balance, eating the foods that we're supposed to be eating. So digestion takes up a huge amount of energy in the body. In fact, brain power is the #1 energy taker, obviously. Digestion is a close second, and it takes up an enormous amount of energy in the body. And so when we are in the process of digesting things, especially things that are difficult to digest, it takes away from the body's ability to use the energy to heal. So when we take digestion out of the equation, we are letting the body use all of its energy for healing. You can stop eating meals, but you also can introduce some of the following. There are things you can bring in to soothe the gut. First is bone broth. Bone broth is so nutrient dense, and it is packed with amino acids, collagen, and gelatin, which all go to support the gut lining. It's like a warm hug for your intestines, and it's highly anti-inflammatory. So it's a great thing to be sipping on while you're experiencing gut discomfort. Aloe vera is another thing to bring in. Aloe vera is so soothing to the gut, and it really helps with supporting your probiotics and incorporating nutrients. So bring in some aloe vera. You can either buy aloe vera juice at the health food store, or you can make your own, which is what my preferred method is because it's so much fresher and so much better for you. So you'll want to buy an aloe vera leaf, and you can cut it into slices and use the inner part for your juice. So you can take it and you can put it into a blender and blend it up with your favorite juice or some water and drink that. And it's so soothing to the lining of your intestinal tract. And if you experience constant discomfort in your stomach, then I would recommend buying at least a leaf or two every few days and taking in aloe vera every single day. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. It's very easy, but I happen to have some aloe in my fridge, so I'm going to grab that and we'll go down there and I'll just show you how to kind of fillet it and stick it in the blender, and then you're good to go. Here's my aloe. This one's really short because I've already used like this much of the leaf, but I wanted to show you how to prepare your own juice or water with this aloe. So when you have your own aloe leaf, you are going to have, it's going to be a lot longer than this, but let's just say you've got this much left, and you'll take like, try to take like 2 inches and cut this off, and then you're going to cut the inside. So take off like, see this first layer, peel that up and open. Look at that. See, look at how slimy. I mean, this is gonna be so good for your intestines. Look how slimy this is. It's gonna feel so good. So you're gonna open this up and take off this first layer and literally just take out the gel. So we're cutting off the skin, and then we're gonna do it on the bottom as well. So we're gonna cut off and basically fillet this aloe. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Look at how beautiful that is. How slimy it is. Look at that. That's gonna be amazing for your intestinal tract. Okay, so take this and you're gonna blend this with water or juice. Delicious. Another thing to take if you have GI discomfort is called Slippery Elm. Slippery elm is so soothing to the digestive tract, and it really alleviates discomfort. You can make it in a tea, you can buy it in a tincture, or you can make your own gruel, which is what my preferred method is. This is great for colitis, GERD, diverticulitis, diarrhea. It's so good for every gut dysfunction. So I also have some slippery elm. I'm gonna show you how to make a little slippery elm gruel. It's super easy, but I just wanna show you how easy it is and simple it is so that you can feel confident about going to the health food store and getting it yourself. Because if I just talk about it and don't show you, it's not really gonna, I think, translate into something that seems easy enough to do. But you can make yourself a little gruel and drink that down, and that will coat your intestinal lining, and it will make you feel so much better. And again, this is something I highly suggest that you get and have on hand at all times. It comes in a bag, it's in a powder, and just always have it in your cabinets, because then if you experience distress, you can go ahead and use it. When you want to make your gruel, that's such a weird word, but let's go with it. We're gonna open this up and take a tablespoon of the bark. There's a tablespoon, and add some water to make the gruel. So we're gonna add some water little by little and stir. So it's gonna be, you know, kind of thick. That's too thick right there, that's too thick. We want a little bit more water. And you can actually sweeten this with honey if you want to, for a better taste. But you'll see how soothing this looks in a minute. And when you drink it down, it's really going to coat your intestines and help with any discomfort that you might have. Okay, so there we go. Very good for your intestines. So yeah, mix this through and add some honey if you like, and drink this down, and it will really coat your intestinal tract and help you with your discomfort. Another thing to take to help soothe the gut is called L-Glutamine. L-Glutamine is an amino acid that comes in a powdered form. And so this is a supplement that you can take, and it is great fuel for the gut in addition to the brain and muscles. So it's just got tons of benefits, and it's a wonderful thing to take to help soothe your gut. Additionally, gut issues often stem from stress. Stress has a huge impact on our gut and our gut function. So if you have a gut issue, then I would guess that you have been under a significant amount of stress at some point in your life. And maybe you've always had stress, but stress damages the gut, and it prohibits the gut microbiome from being in balance. And when this happens, all kinds of things that can be thrown off. So you would probably be experiencing not only gut issues, but maybe other issues as well. just because the gut microbiome is out of balance. Another issue with stress is that it is impossible to heal if you are under stress. If you're in a stressed state, this is the fight or flight state of the body. And the body cannot do its healing if you are in that stress state. The body can only do healing when you are in a relaxed rest and digest state. That's why I always promote deep breathing exercises and really getting into a relaxed mode when you're about to eat, because the rest and digest is what you want to be doing when you're eating. So really, you love yourself, you've got to love yourself, and you've got to find things that are anti-stress for you, whether it's deep breathing or exercise. You really need to find that one thing that really helps you alleviate the stress, because stress is a #1 factor in gut problems. So that is my other tip, is to really find out what it is for you that helps alleviate your stress so that you can get your gut back into balance. And once your gut's back in balance, you're not going to be experiencing the discomfort that you have been. There are other soothing herbs to consider when you have gut distress that I'm going to list here. And these herbs are very soothing to the gut, and they are things that I would suggest using in addition to the solutions that I have already suggested. So we've got chamomile, which is gentle and anti-inflammatory. You could also take licorice root, and that protects and soothes the gut lining. Peppermint relaxes the muscles of the gut. And then ginger, it will ease bloating and help with nausea and inflammation. So I would suggest taking these herbs along with some of the things that have already been mentioned in this video, so that you can really soothe your gut and really help build and soothe the intestinal lining. As always, what we want to do when we heal the gut is remove the triggers that are causing inflammation and bring in the things that are anti-inflammatory. So what we can do is always think about eating God's food. God's food is the food that grows from the earth. It's fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And these are the foods that heal. These are the foods that bring you back into balance. You deserve to be in balance because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be pain-free. If you thought this video was helpful, check out this video next and subscribe to God's Food so that you never miss that one piece of natural health advice that might just change your health and maybe even change your life. You're a blessing. God's Food.